Hey you guys, it's Wednesday, and normally we make dinner. Today I'm gonna make brunch. It's my birthday. Yay! I turned 22 today. Just believe that. Tell you another. Actually, I turned 50, and it's been a great 50 years so far. I look forward to the next 50 years. But tonight for dinner, Chris is actually cooking me dinner, and she's doing a Korean barbecue for me. Excuse me, with some fried rice. So I thought today we'd do brunch, and this is we're doing a Migas, which is a Mexican dish. Traditionally, I got the original recipe from Views from the Road, which is a YouTube channel, and I don't remember their names to save my life, but their channel is called Views from the Road, and she makes some of the best dishes, hands down. All of them Mexican style dishes for the most part. She does some Korean stuff too. She does a lot of juices, just all kinds of stuff. So if you get a chance, check her out. She's awesome. I've been following her for quite a while now. Definitely a watch for good cooking. So, yes, what is miga? Well, it is essentially like a breakfast casserole. It's an egg-based casserole. I don't dare say the word quiche because I'm not a fan of quiche. Although I haven't had quiche since I was a kid either, so I may like it now. This might be a quiche, but anyhow. So, to make this, it's quick and easy. It's very simple. Let's go over the ingredients list. First thing you're going to need is six, or I mean you could use more, but at least 6 corn tortilla shells. Make sure they're corn. You could use flour, I guess, but the problem is flour shells have a tendency to get a little mushy. Where these won't, they add great flavor. Now, I did change this recipe up a little bit from the Views of the Road recipe, and I'll let you know what I did different down the road. The next thing you're going to need is a bag, about a half a bag of corn tortillas. You know, of your choice. Doesn't necessarily have to be Herta's, but that's what they had sitting there. That's what they like. You're going to need 6 to 8 eggs. We're big eaters, so I do 8 eggs. And you just use large eggs. You can't see them. I mean, not that you don't know what eggs look like, but there are 6 to 8 eggs. And then the next ingredient will be a third a cup of heavy cream. Heavy cream. You're going to need 6 pieces of bacon. All right, now here is kind of the first, okay, we'll just keep going down the list. 6 pieces of bacon. Now, for my version of this, I fry it up in the cast iron skillet. I'm going to put this in the we're going to put this in the cast iron skillet. So I leave all the bacon grease in the skillet. There's a reason for that, and we'll talk about that here shortly. So, and then you need about a 1/4 pound of cheese of your choice. Any cheese you like. Pepper jack, this is Colby Jack. You can use cheddar, you can, whatever you like. This again, platform. Put the ingredients you think you'll like in this, but I do highly recommend you try it this way at least once. Or if you check out Views from the Road, try theirs. It's really good. We're going to need some salt and pepper to taste, which I got in the jars over here. And it is our next ingredient. Salt and pepper to taste. Salt, pepper. And then you're going to need, this calls for Anaheim peppers. If you can't find Anaheim peppers, that's okay, because we struggle here to find them. They're grown in one place in the U.S., and they're kind of hard to come by from time to time. But I just use green chilies instead. You're more than good for that. Then you're going to need, after your Anaheim peppers, you're going to need 1 onion, which I got an onion here, and I'm putting a jalapeno in mine also, so I got a fresh cut jalapeno, and 1 medium-sized onion, however much you like in it. Once again, how you like it. If you want more cheese, less cheese, less cheese. Bigger onion, more jalapenos, no jalapenos. No onion, you don't like onion, put green pepper in it. Whatever you like to do. And then the original recipe calls for 1 tomato. Once again, here's where I vary from it. I use a can of Rotel. Not that I don't like tomatoes. I love tomatoes. They go well, but this has a good, they're already diced. It's got some green chilies in it. You can't beat it. It's got a real good flavor. And if you want to kick it up a notch with Rotel, they make different flavors. You can get mild, you can get hot, you can get one with habanero in it. I just picked up 4 cans that got fire roasted tomatoes in it. So, you can add that. And then the last ingredient that I'm going to put in it is just some, I know what you're thinking that looks like. It's Mexican oregano, don't be fooled. Right there we are, Mexican oregano. This is some of the best stuff ever. It's not like Italian oregano, all right? It's got a bolder flavor. It's got a completely different flavor, but man, it enhances the flavor of so many things. If you're cooking in cooking up Mexican dishes, hands down, or any Southwestern dishes or Tex-Mex, this is just a must. I rank it right up there with the Red River Ranch. So that is our ingredients list. Now I am gonna throw some Red River Ranch in mine. Once again, if you don't have any and you want a good spice blend, this is it. I mean, hands down. Ken Rollins has a wonderful product. I highly recommend it. He also has a YouTube channel. I know I've mentioned him a dozen times. Check him out. Good Tex-Mex stuff, Southwestern cooking, things like that. He also has a website, kenrollins.com, where you can get this. His Red River Ranch. It's the only place you can get it. I highly recommend it. I'm not a paid sponsor by any means. It's just good stuff. And I like to promote good stuff. Hands down. So, that being said, let's move on to getting this all together, because it really is just kind of a throw together type of thing for the most part. Alright, so let me get my camera situated here, and we'll get that down like that so you can kind of see what we're doing, get some rearranging going on here. Now, while I'm sitting here talking and we're putting stuff together, I was thinking the other day, so I don't know if you guys noticed, maybe not, depending on how new you are, and if you are new to my channel, hey, I am so glad you're here. Welcome to the club. Today is the official day for changing of the channel name. It's now officially Mr. Smith's Kitchen, and going forward, that's what it'll be. So, and like I said, if you're new, welcome. We do a lot of cooking, some baking, and I like to run my mouth. Now, normally on Tuesdays is the day I put together my video to run my mouth. First thing you want to do is whip your eggs. All right, we want to scramble. We're going to get them scrambled. While we're scrambling, let's add some milk, or add the creamer, 1/3 cup of creamer. Now, you don't have heavy creamer, so you forgot to buy some at the store when you went to the store. It's okay, you can use milk. It just adds, dairy products and eggs help add fluffiness to it and fullness. I prefer heavy cream because it also helps hold stuff. But, that being said, while I'm sitting here whipping these eggs, I was talking to one of my young friends at work the other day about something that had happened on some group she follows on one of the social media outlets. But anyhow, there was big trouble in Little China, and this girl had done some things that she ought not done, and then it was on video, so she couldn't lie. She tried to lie about it, couldn't. But it wasn't something very cool, and she is going to potentially ruin her life by putting it out there on social media. My young friends, let me tell you, once you put it out there on video, it's out there forever. Even if you delete it, it's still out there. So let's keep that in mind when you're making videos or taking pictures. Watch what you do, because once it's on your phone in any way, shape, or form, it's out there forever. All right. And did I mention today's my birthday? It's a great day to be alive. So my birthday gift this year, just because Chris needed to outdo me from her birthday last month. Not only is she making me Korean barbecue, which is her Korean barbecue is awesome. She bought me a car. It'll be here tomorrow. We'll take a look at it for our baking video. I don't know what we're going to bake yet. I got a couple things in mind, but I'm not sure. All right, so I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll find out tomorrow. So we got our eggs and cream mixed together. All we're going to literally do now is I drained some of the juice off the green chilies. We don't really need it. It's not necessary. I'm also not using the whole can, so I'll put this in a small Tupperware container and put it in the fridge and maybe use it with dinner tonight. Why am I not using the whole can? Because I'm not using fresh tomatoes, and the Rotel not only does it have tomatoes, but it has green chilies in it also. And if you don't like a lot of green chilies, that's okay. You don't have to put green chilies in it at all. You don't even have to put Rotel in it. You can just use fresh tomatoes and a pepper of your choice. I'm gonna take this is gonna end up being about a tablespoon of Mexican oregano. So we're gonna do a pinch in the palm, and that, believe it or not, is a tablespoon. Now, to wake this up, crush it a little. Yeah, that helps wake it up. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna do some salt, some pepper. Salt. We're gonna do some pepper. Like I said, this is to taste. If I had to give a amount, maybe a teaspoon of each, give or take. You know your taste. You know your family. If you like a lot of salt, a lot of pepper, add more salt, more pepper. I say add it to taste, but that's kind of funny because the last thing you want to do is stick your finger or a spoon in nothing but raw egg and heavy whipping cream. That might not taste the best. I don't know. Never tried it. Doesn't sound very good. Although I'll eat cake mix all day long. So we got that in there. The next thing we're going to do is take a couple of these corn tortilla shells. Now, if you can get stale ones, even better. Because what we're going to do, we're going to break them up. And even if they're stale and crunchy, it just helps with the pulling apart part. Is we're going to put them in here, and the egg's going to soak them. So even if you've got some stale ones and you don't know what to do with them, make this, and that stale will be not stale anymore. They'll just be absolutely sopping wet with egg tortillas. All right, we got 2 of those in there. Now we're going to use a half a bag of the chips, which is noisy. That's okay. And we're going to crush these up. We're just going to crush them up. I can probably get the whisk out of there because we're going to use a spatula next. Get these in. You don't have to dump this in any certain order. And you're just going to crush your chips up. And like I said, about a half a bag. I mean, unless it's a small bag, and then you can do the whole bag. I think the recipe actually is like a cup and a half of crushed up chips. So, but it's about a bag to a half a bag, depending on the size of the chip, the size of the bag. Then we'll throw our onions in there and our jalapeno. And then we'll get this all mixed up. And then we really only have one more ingredient to do next. Now, I didn't, but you should. When you start this, turn your oven on 350 degrees. And it's okay if you forgot, because even with this, you're going to want to let it sit you can let it sit for a minute because you want the egg to soak up into these chips and the tortilla shells. That way, it's kind of incorporating. So, but you want it to soak it up a little. It helps in the baking process. Things of that nature. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, and I don't know why I didn't do it beforehand, but it's okay, is we're going to take 6 pieces of bacon. And once again, you want more bacon? More bacon. These are big, thick thick bacon, thick cut bacon. That's all we buy. We don't. I try never, unless I have like a coupon or something like that to go with it. Very rarely will you find any regular cut bacon in our house. I am a thick cut bacon type of guy. Always have been. Whew. This up here a little closer. That way we can get it in here. If you don't want to cut it up, you don't want to use your knife, you can always just tear this all apart. What you're looking for is just chunks. You know, doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be big or small. There's no specifications. This is a completely what do you want meal. So I break mine, I just chop it up into little chunks like that. And then we will add it into our dish also. Like I said, if you want more bacon, add more bacon. If you want less bacon, put less bacon in it. You know, it's completely up to you. So we got that done. Let's make sure we don't have anything on the stove, which we do. Alright, so everybody in America that cooks for any amount of time in their, spends any amount of time in their kitchen, has dishes in their oven. Our oven is where we keep all our pots and pans. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on 350. So we're going to preheat our oven. Alright, we're going to get this all mixed together. You know, we're just mixing our bacon in. No big, you know, no biggie. It's really a dump and bake. The hardest part about this is frying up the bacon. So we got that good to go. Alright, so we're going to let that sit and soak for just a minute. Meanwhile, back to the back cave. Let me get a something to put this pan on, because I did just get done frying the bacon, and you're asking yourself, what are you going to do with the extra bacon? Well, there's a couple things you can do with it. I personally am going to probably eat it, but you can also take it, like I said, if you want to, because not that I cooked up all of it, but I know me and my family well enough to know that everybody will walk by and just grab a piece of that. So we're going to take our pan that we fried our bacon in and see how it's still got all the drippings and the oil in it. You want that. We're going to take these remaining 4 tortillas and we're just going to place them in the bottom here. All right, now you can use more, you can use less. The original recipe, actually I have 5 tortillas. I'm probably going to use all 5. In the original recipe, you would cut these into strips and put them in an 8x8 casserole dish. And it is good that way. Don't get me wrong. The Views from the Road recipe, which was we tried it that way originally the first time, and it was great. But then we thought, how can we make this our own? So we thought, well, let's do it in a cast iron skillet. So we did. I ended up using 6 shells in the bottom of my cast iron skillet, but in an 8x8 you'll need 4. But we thought, let's do it in a cast iron skillet. And Chris said, you know, the bacon grease, these corn tortillas are going to soak up this bacon grease as it cooks. But in a glass dish, you're putting these down initially, A, to be part of the food, B, so your stuff doesn't stick. But this way, these cook in that bacon grease also before they get a little soft. And oh my goodness, it makes them taste amazing. So the next thing we're going to do is take some of our cheese. We're going to layer just a little bit of cheese down here. Once again, barrier to keep the eggs sticking to the bottom of the pan, so to speak. Not that that should happen. And I know at least with this cast iron skillet, it's been around long enough. Very little sticks to it to begin with. All right, so we got half our cheese down on the bottom layer. See, I saved the other half because we're going to dump it on top. And then all we have left to do, really, is take our mix, pour it in here. All right. Make sure you get everything out of the bowl. You want that goodness, that extra flavor. Yeah. It'll be, I'm telling you, this is like a breakfast casserole, or even, dare I say, like I said, quiche on steroids. It tastes so amazingly good. We got this recipe, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago when I was watching Views from the Road, and I thought, wow, that sounds really good. Well, we've probably made this, I don't know, 8, 9 times in the last month and a half. It's just so packed full of flavor and things that, we like. So now what I'm going to do is, and like I said, this is optional. If there's you can put seasoning salt in this, whatever you like, whatever spices you like, but I am going to sprinkle a little bit of Red River Ranch on the top. I could have also mixed it in, but I got to talking. I was really concerned about people putting stuff on social media that they're going to regret down the road. And I hope you guys listen to me when I tell you. That stuff never goes away, and it can come back to haunt you later. That poor young girl is 16 years old, and I really hope in her case she never has to run for public office, and it probably what she did. I won't speak of what she did because I don't think that it's quite necessary to talk about on any channel, but it will probably, with her being a major influencer, it will probably cause her to lose her influencer status. All right, so I got the Red River Ranch on there. We put the rest of the cheese on there. So here's what sorry, that came up on you quick. Here's what we look like before we go into the oven. So what's left, you say? I mean, I'm telling you, this is like the easiest recipe ever. I mean, we've been about 20 minutes, but the majority of that was me talking. Dump it all together, mix it all together, put it in the pan. What's left? We just got to put it in the oven. We're going to put it in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. I know I do 30 minutes in my oven, only because I want to ensure the eggs are cooked all the way through. Raw eggs, I mean, I don't know if they'll actually, kill you if you eat a little bit of raw egg, but there's still salmonella in there, and unless it gets above 190 degrees, you're on the risk of getting sick at any rate. That's why they tell you not to eat cookie dough or cake batter or anything like that, because most of the time it has raw egg in it. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes, and then when it's done, we'll pull it out, let it cool for 5-ish minutes, and then by that time, you'll see me again. It'll just be a millisecond for you, and we'll give it a taste. Alright, and I'll tell you how great it is, because I know it's good, and I am starving. I'll see you here in just one moment. All right, I'll be back in a second. All right, so we baked our Miga at 350 for 30 minutes, and it may only take 20 minutes in your oven. I do 30 minutes no matter what because it doesn't burn anything, and I want to ensure those eggs are done. But what do you do if the eggs aren't done? You put your scoop in it, and you see the eggs aren't quite cooked all the way. Just put it back in the oven. It's okay. Problem solved. Give it another 5 minutes, and they'll be good. But for the most part, 30 minutes is good, even by 8x8 standard, or 8x8 pan. So let's say you don't want to do bacon in this, or you can put any vegetable you like in it. You don't have to use bacon. Let's say maybe you want to put sausage in it. You can put taco meat in it. You can put chicken in it. You can put anything you like in this. The egg and the tortilla shells and the chips are just a base for your imagination to just run wild. I just showed you what I put in it. So I want to show you something real quick that I got. I know you're going to say it's kind of girly, but whatever, I don't care. I think it's amazing. So my friend, probably my best friend in the entire world, he's one of several at any rate. Well, by several, I mean like 3. But my good friend Sean, he got me these Corningware containers, complete set of Corningware dishes with the blue flower pattern on them. These things are ancient. They were very popular through the 50s, 60s, and I believe into the 70s, but they've been around for a while, but they're not around much anymore. So I think that was a really cool gift. He got me this, and he came across a complete set of the amber clear amber Corningware pots and pans, which are just awesome. So those are a couple things I got for my birthday. That being said, I know nobody wants to hear about my birthday, so let's take a look at our casserole. You know, our Migas. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but there we are, right there, in all its fame and glory. Notice the cheese is a nice golden brown on top, and that's what you're looking for. You know, you want your egg to be done, and you want it to be nice and golden brown on top with that cheese. And when I pulled it out of the oven, it's still a little hot. I let it sit for, 10-15 minutes, let it settle down because you got some bacon grease. Yeah, that's just, gorgeous. And it smells so good. You can smell the Mexican oregano in it. And that's just unbelievable. So let's go ahead and we'll get us a piece cut out here. I'm getting a rather large piece. Why? Because it's my birthday and I can. I know I keep mentioning it's my birthday. And normally I don't really care so much about my birthday or my age or anything like that. But I turned 50. And it's not every day you turn 50. So, that being said, I'm going to talk about it all day. All right. There is our casserole. Look at that. Look at all that goodness in there. It looks amazing. So we're going to try a piece of this. I know it's going to be good. I don't even have to try a piece to tell you. Like I said, we've made this a lot. It's one of me and Chris's favorite dishes. Sarah even likes it a little bit. Abby, if it's not bologna or salami, she probably won't eat it, but that's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Well, she likes hamburgers too and hot dogs. Yeah, that's a good start. Yep. If you like bacon and eggs and vegetables and Rotella and everything I put in it, you can taste it all. Now, you can top this. Chris likes to put a little sour cream on top of it. I personally like to put either our homemade salsa on it, or, not to plug another one of Ken Rollins' products, but this stuff is also really good, and he sells it on his website. But it's a green chili chipotle relish. If you ever wonder what Ken looks like, that's him right there. It's a younger picture of him, but that's him. But he's much older now. But anyhow, this stuff it's sweet, it's savory, it's an amazing piece of work for a relish, and I like to put this on mine personally. So that being said, I'm gonna go have breakfast, brunch, because it's going on 11:30 now, and we probably won't have time to make lunch. I'm going to can up some more hamburger today. And if you're interested in knowing how to can up hamburger, I know you're thinking, what? Can up protein? That's gross. No, actually, it's really easy. It's good. It's safe, and it saves you a ton of time, as you see in my other videos. Anytime I use beef or chicken, for the most part, I just use the stuff we've canned because it makes it a quick, easy, meal prep. And prepping is important. If you know what you're going to make for the week, and you've already got it in a jar or you've already got it cut up, man, it makes it go by so much quicker. Take some time and prep all your stuff for the week in advance. You're good to go. Anyhow, try this dish. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me if you think it's amazing. Tell me if you changed it. Tell me if you think it sucks. I'm curious to hear either way it goes. But I think you'll like it. I really do. It is a great, great dish full of flavor. Okay, I'm going to go eat. I love you. Tell somebody else you love them. Make their day a whole lot better. I guarantee it. All right, talk to you later. Bye.